crashed, so now I'm apparently reinstalling it. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
It's saying fetching in manifest installation, and now it's initializing, but it's already installed, so I don't know what's going on.
Might be running the repair diagnostic tool.
Fair.
So should I drop it or?
Yes. It is 8:16 already, so let's drop it. If anyone else needs some last minute summons, type so out in raid right now. We get a summon for blast.
Please summoned, I'm gonna drop it.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't think we're gonna get it on. We're not layer swap.
What's
yet.
up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Witty.
I closed my game as well.
We're just getting ready for raid. Getting ready, getting everyone summoned, getting our ZG buffs going.
I have no idea.
Surprise for tonight. If you're joining from YouTube, you already can tell by the thumbnail.
Another head up in the ours.
But we still have Dark Moon Fair buff.
Have everyone logged?
We have another Flask. We're going ham. Going ham tonight.
Did everyone get it that was on to get it or not?
If not, log in now.
There is one dropping. Yeah, Ethan, if you wanted to save yours then.
I mean, like half the people are still offline. I don't know if they were waiting or not.
I know a lot of people get it as first buff.
I fucked up and I keep hurting after I get rallying cry instead of logging and then getting the summon then.
Are y'all on layer 1 or layer 2? Yeah, we're not getting layered. Fuck.
What's up, Flump? How you doing, man?
No,
Welcome
I
back,
haven't.
welcome back, welcome back.
I've been on layer 2 all day.
Dude, we got
pretty much.
Dark Moon Fair buff saved. We got another Flask. We're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm just about to land.
We're gonna be kind of short on numbers, I think, but
Before we hearth.
Yep. To make sure
It's okay.
layer 1, yeah?
we'll
Yeah.
still see how
Everyone
good
else
we can
log in,
do.
Get ready to go. Get ready to hearth.
Oh, I got layered. Oh, there we go.
I said log in.
Any corpses or anything right now?
You want me? So am I dropping it or just saving it?
You're saving it.
Roof looks good too. Should be pretty good, guys.
So we're logging over right now.
Straight up, Argath haven't checked the path.
We're doing code red Foxtrot Niner.
Yep. Alright guys, let's start hearthing
Logging
over.
on.
Go, go, go! All systems go, guys.
Sorry, Decays. 3 dropped when we were here, so we're just gonna save ours for next raid.
I know, I saw him drop. Oh well, it's not that big a deal.
Picking
Flump,
items.
we got the new
Yep.
Live Vibes playlist actually up
Running yet?
right
Yes,
now.
we're repairing right now. We're running in 30 seconds.
I can post a link actually.
Everyone
This
log
is
in
the
right now.
I don't even know how to share this shit. How do I share?
Repair. Alright, let's start running over.
I'm not gonna make it.
Mindshare, cover me.
I'll cover you, I didn't get on my bus. Fucking.
But that's the new playlist right there. That's the place I'm gonna be uploading. I got another album uploading right now.
Come on, man.
I have like 6 more that I need to get up there.
Hey, grats, Tal.
So any copyright free music, you guys are all more than welcome to use that. My hope is to get, I think I have around 4 or 5 hours of music total
Trying
so
to crash
far.
again.
So we'll I'm gonna try and get all that up
It's
there.
just like a lose-lose.
But Flump, you were asking for music
I
stuff,
lose buff.
so
Parse, I lose buffs. I can't parse.
you can go ahead and use that on your stream. No copyright issues, DMCA stuff.
Coach, just slow down just a little bit. Let me get under. No one can target me if I'm inside.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, let me get
I'm not your Trojan horse.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Derek, you like my sneaky play? No one knows I'm a tank with world buffs if I don't have Thunder Fury.
What's up, Nacho? Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Just taunting.
Really excited for tonight, guys. I'm hoping we can pull some good stuff off. I'm legit super sore. I was having to do a lot of manual labor today.
God damn it,
The last couple days, my back is killing me, but
You said warn you.
we'll see. So help me with posture check if I start slouching. Did I catch your stream on Tuesday? I don't think so because it was during the day. So I have a new project that I'm doing, and I'm like physically out on site, like all the time, rather than in the office like I usually am. So if it's like during my like daytime, I haven't been by a computer at all the last couple weeks during the day. So I think I remember seeing the notification. I don't think I actually was
Golo, we'll
was
summon
around.
outside of the raid.
Glar, I do not have my tank gear stuff on me either.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll just do the same spot.
All right, guys. So I have one of my buddies has the flask and my int food. We got a couple arcane elixirs. We're chilling. We got a couple mage blood potions. We got Spirit of Zanza. We have our GFPPs for Veil and for Fire Maw. We got our lips, some mana pots, some runes, and we got a sapper here. We should be all decked out with everything we possibly could use. Strava might need a summon.
Okay.
Oh no, never mind. I think he's here. They're close.
Alright, let's get these last
Oh, well, we did a Druid only rated Nixie 26 man, and all the loot was Druid gear. Was it really? What are the odds? That's so funny. I wish I could have caught that, man. That sounds really funny. I love that kind of like content. Is really entertaining. Like all the just like strictly like
Okay, hurry up and get
fun, entertaining stuff.
Hope you guys can hear me. It crashed again. I'll try one last time.
Yeah, silent Druid bar.
All right, once we're still missing a couple people in here to start buffing. Has anyone done groups yet? It doesn't look like it.
I'm scared.
Alright, Tal. That's not our portal.
Get in if you can, guys. There's a video I believe someone caught with decent quality. It was such a success for our realm. Nice, dude. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. That's awesome, though.
What's the date today?
We're going to be buffing here pretty fast and I think pulling pretty quick here. So we should be good to go. We got one of the homies, random guy not in our guild, give me some water sword. He chilling for buffs.
Okay, logs should have started. Everyone get in and start buffing up.
Did you do the combat log in game too?
Yep.
Cool.
What projects do I have coming up? Like video related stuff or like work project, like IRL projects?
Shungus, I assume you were able to get in.
Hey, what's up with it, Mikey? Video stuff. I have some like phase 5 content.
True.
As far as like gearing and stuff coming out. I have a few things. I actually put some notes together the other day because I was thinking of it. I want to do that Boomkin discussion video that you had mentioned that we talked about a while back.
It's like a 6 gig game.
No, the issue was
And then like
game was putting it
itemizing and
full-
like
into
gearing
full screen and then
for.
putting it to 4K resolution. And then
Okay, I think we're all good.
the rest is history.
Itemizing and like
Yeah,
gearing
organized.
moving forward, because the most like common like question I've been getting recently regarding people trying to understand like what
How it
gear
got
to
4K
use
resolution, I'll never
is
know, but
like,
whatever.
well, how much value is crit or how much value is hit and all these different things. So I was wanting to kind of go over it specifically like in a video format to help explain that as we get into like later phases so that people are gearing correctly, you know. Oh.
What was that? Yeah.
Yeah, and then project wise, I've just been busy. I'm doing like so I'm in construction. I'm doing a volleyball court, like a beach volleyball court.
It never dropped.
And most of the stuff we do is kind of like out of town. And this is local, so since it's local, like all of our guys are out of town at our other projects, and so I'm having to do all of our stuff
Loopy, did you
like
see-
locally.
No. 'Cause it's gonna be
And
before
so
8:15 outside.
I've been like stuck out in the field a lot, like trying to do everything for that project. So
Alright guys, gonna do a quick ready check.
a little
then we're gonna start
frustrating,
rolling.
just tiring, but it's like all short. It's like after like a
Let me know
month,
you're on
it's
your
all
way.
done.
We'll get you in
It's
for Veil.
all chill.
I'm gonna deploy right away though.
But makes my like my next few weeks are pretty
We're gonna
busy
have-
just because of that. What do you think about hit crit staff from AQ20 Last Boss Overclaw of Chromagus? I'll have to look at which staff
Okay.
you're talking about because there's a bunch of staffs in like the last in like
do you guys
AQ
have
and in
anything with you?
Nax.
I don't have
So let me look after this
You do? Do you mind doing a towel?
and pop that. Pop Zanza.
Put extra DPS
I'm gonna
in that
wait.
corner.
Should we pop?
Sounds good.
I mean,
I might go ahead and
Towel
pop
for
one of
the heavy.
these.
my corner.
Nickus will go in that corner.
We're gonna have Tal. We're gonna have you in the south corner.
No, I need south.
I'll wait and like pop
Okay.
pop
Lars,
Flask
you'll be in
like
the
right
south
when we
corner. You can have the west corner.
get a little bit
He's
closer.
got the north corner, and I'll get the east corner. So in the west corner, let's do.
Thought it was gonna pull faster than that. Let me see if I can pull this up.
I'm actually gonna make one
AQ20 Last Boss
faster.
staff.
Have a group 2 in the west corner with Tal. Group 3 in the
How does it
north,
look is the real question.
5 to the south, and group 6 to the east.
Mathematically, it's like
Gonna pull here.
it will be like almost identical to
3.
Claw and Whammies. I think it might be slightly under. Well, let's get our cast bar out of here. Does everything all look clean to you guys? Make sure my UI's not buggy. But Nacho, those look like they'd be pretty comparable. If you're talking about Bag of Whammies specifically in Claw Chromagus, I think Bag of Whammies in Claw is a little bit higher DPS, but it'd be pretty negligible. That staff is very, very good. 60 spell power. I remember that staff from a lot of like PvP videos back in the day. And AQ20 I think will be pretty easy. So I think it'll be a relatively
Okay,
reasonable
assist.
piece of loot to get. Where Claw Chromagus, we haven't seen one Claw Chromagus drop yet. And Bag of Whammies is pretty contested, so that probably is a more difficult combo.
Mishko, Strava, Wummy, help out in the south corner.
So if you guys see like reduced numbers on these, I'm throwing a lot of rank ones. I wish Trufi would show like the rank of the spell. There might be a way of doing that, but I'm throwing a lot of rank 1 Starfires here, just because we don't really need to like max rank on a lot of this stuff. Whammies can be replaced in AQ if I remember. Yeah, there's a better version of whammies off of, I think it's off of Cthulhu, but it might be one of the other bosses. It's hard for me, like I'm a very visual person, so until I've like done the raid, it's hard for me to remember the bosses. Like once I've done them and I can like match a fight and like an encounter to the boss and a loot table to it, then I will remember it, but it's hard when I'm just looking at Atlas loot. But yeah, there is one. It's basically like a bag of whammies, and I think it's like a couple more spell power, but has like 1% crit as well. So it's pretty significant as far as how much better it is.
What temperature does fish need to be at to be safe to eat?
These are raw, dude. Sushi.
Depends on the fish. Salmon.
Salmon.
I want to say like 160.
Definitely eat salmon.
I think that's what chicken is. Chicken's like 165 or some shit.
You can see with like rank 1 though, we're still doing decent damage on these. Like we're getting a Starfire off for every one of these, and I'm like sitting at 100% mana. That was max rank, but
You could definitely eat it raw.
That's gross.
so not gonna lie, I've been playing some retail, and I'm already like a little like fat fingery on my on my clicks here. I'm like trying to make sure I know what my trinket's bound to and all that stuff.
Good.
What do you say we hop off this guy and go hit Stonard right now? I wish, my dude, I wish. Dude, we gotta try and get those fat loots off of Neff. I actually don't need to really attack that, but an AQ-40's Twin Emperor. Oh, thanks, Bruno. Yeah, that's right. The offhand, right? Better appearance, Night Elf Moonkin or Tauren? I'm very biased, and I would have to say Tauren. I actually like Night Elf character model is one of the female Night Elf is my favorite character model on Alliance side by far, and arguably probably in the game. I like a lot of the Horde models a lot, but I like the female Night Elf model, like they're like normal human form. But when it comes to Moonkin, I don't really like the Alliance Moonkin form as much. I like the Horde Moonkin form better. Both are cool. I like the antler thing is kind of cool, but I don't know if it's just because I'm just like I've always played Horde, so I'm just kind of like partial to Horde, you know. You wrote Jenkins in the next room, dude. I can't. There's a gate. That also wouldn't be funny. You don't understand until you start raiding, Mike. You don't understand how valuable this bar on the right side of my screen is. And like, if I did something stupid just to like kill myself, I would be so tilted.
Kill the dragonkin on me.
Where's Glar?
Let me know when you're ready.
Shit, I've got two on me.
Daunted.
Pop our flask. Big boy damage, last egg.
Breaking last egg now.
Okay.
There's my alert.
Oh, dude, you know what? I think I'm in the wrong gear. Cross our fingers. Shit.
It's on Zoomers. It's on me.
Board, my plate, PB, for some priest bracers.
Got my heart racing a little bit, dude. We actually, that was so dumb of me.
No, you
Dude, that was bad. We had some of the wrong gear on there. This is actually big that we got these bindings because we have like 2 or 3 priests with all full tier 2 with the exception of no bracers. Wow, guys, that was dumb of me. Luckily, we only got 1 resist. That could have been way worse. Jesus, dude, we had like no hit there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You see those 3,600 crits though? What's up with it?
Set out in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd have to say Torn, dude. Torn is the aesthetic winner. Also, War Stomp is like the most amazing thing for Moonkin ever. I know that's not aesthetic, but like that's a big deal. It's way more like impactful, I feel like, than Shadow Meld. Alright guys, here's our stats. Right now, we are rocking 10% hit with this setup, 668 bonus damage, 31% crit, but that does not account for our 2% on our neck. So 33% chance to crit. Should we pop on this? 34% chance to crit.
All warriors wait 2 globals and then start with the Sunder.
GFPP. Pre-pot the GFPP. Should we pop on Hero Charm here? Do you think this fight's gonna last long enough? We can do it. Let's try it. YOLO.
Did anyone check if the locks are working?
Yeah, they are.
Alright, sounds good. Gonna do a quick ready check.
Okay guys, so we have our GFPP here already potted. We can go ahead and pop our second one. We have like a minute left on this cooldown, so by the time we start this, we should be good. Now we're gonna really hope we don't get Melee-kin is Biss. I'm not Melee-kinning. We're gonna really hope we don't get Burning Adrenaline. If we do, we want to get the second Burning Adrenaline.
Icor, you good?
And ideally we do it before a potion goes on cooldown, and we can we'll lose all of our buffs, but we can go for the #1 Veil Parse. It's making me nervous just thinking about it, dude. Losing my buffs give me anxiety.
Remember, no pre-hots either.
We should stand where Glar goes. When he goes in, we go in.
Yeah, don't rip aggro, please. Backs to the walls.
Dude, the wall's really far away.
Glar will
Hey, if no one rips aggro, that's okay. You don't lose buffs if you hearth. Yeah, I did that one time.
Wait.
Give him a second here. I'm gonna do 1 normal Starfire and then we'll pop Toep. Oh my god, dude.
Wummy, get
I'm gonna
out.
cast 1 more time here and then I'm gonna GFPP again. ZHC. Holy shit. Damn, dude, we gotta resist. That's unfortunate. Our GFPP is
Get
down.
out.
We go ahead and Fairy Fire it again there.
Burning Adrenaline.
Arthur, you can.
No, I cannot.
Yeah, Hearth.
I cannot.
It's on
I'm a
cool.
mage port.
450 DPS.
You should have ran it, coach.
That would have been so cool.
Why'd he put 2 BAs at the same time? He gave it to you and Mishko at the same time.
Yeah, that was rude.
Are your watchers Moonkin players? Probably. Not all of them. some of the guys from the guild hop on and watch, but I think a good amount are probably all Moonkin players. It's the smallest audience I can think of in WoW. Hey,
That was crispy.
the small audiences need love too, you know? Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna start doing some more like broader content as well.
I think a lot of people still.
But a big chunk of like my initial kind of interest of stuff I was really wanting to get out there was balanced Druid stuff, because that's the stuff I was looking for. So I think we've done a good job getting a massive bundle of content out on YouTube the last few months with all the quarantine stuff going
Hungry's
on.
X, Glar's on triangle. Let's have.
You'll beat that as melee kin one day. One day it'll work, dude.
Wiggles in here. Icor, you're gonna need to do moon, and we're gonna have sleep on circle. Hunters, when you're ready, go ahead and pull. We're gonna pull them back out into the room down below.
Just out of curiosity, with world buffs, don't you think we could just burn them in a cleave?
Ryan doesn't have his anymore though, so.
We can still tank them together down here. Okay, kill X. You guys can let him go. Square and moon.
I teleported Moonglade last week because her son was on cooldown and I panicked. Does it work? Can you do that?
Grab square, hungry grab moon.
If you teleport to Moonglade, it'll... I guess it pulls you out of the instance, right? That someone have to like summon you back or some shit. That's crazy that that works. That's interesting. I never thought about that. That's really unfortunate because Sabbath got burning adrenaline literally like the last second.
Yeah, Silent. I think a lot of rogues actually spec into him for backstab during Black Familiar content just for Veil.
Yeah.
I do think using the 2 on use trinkets was actually good there.
Alright,
Ideally, I'd have a little more fire resist. If I had a little more fire resist, I think it would make those GFPPs last a little bit longer, so I'd have the shield for like the full uptime.
Same targets. I'm gonna run in here though on square, or I mean skull. Make sure he's turned away, so we can kill him first. Hunters, go ahead when you're ready.
Oh shit. Got water on my hand.
Do not cleave circle out of that sleep.
So remember guys, on this beginning part, we got to keep hibernating because the big guys can cleanse the sleep off of our target. So you either want to keep spamming or like be canceling mid cast if you want. But it's really important because it can get up right here, and if it goes active, it'll just cleave the tits out of your raid.
Yeah, dude, there's like a bit of rolling thunder like a minute ago that lasted. Seemed like at least 2 minutes.
The thunder just got to me, Ryan.
What's up, Cosno? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream.
Yep, they're coming back. Let's finish circle off real quick. I'll grab square. Matt, get out of there. Hungry, can you pick up moon?
Jesus, guys. 3,300 crits? Dude, I have 14 lips. So I can pull aggro 14 times tonight. Yeah, burning adrenaline is so rare and only works at the last part of the fight. If it's like if I got
Liquid drop, bro.
Shit.
Big night.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Rassox.
That's the
this one out, I guess.
That's the first one of those I think we've seen.
Okay.
That's a really, really fucking good cloak though, if you're hit capped.
Internet.
I mean, if your power goes out, doesn't the internet also go because your modem turns off?
Yeah, but if we could get burning adrenaline at the beginning of the fight, I would be okay with that because we'd lose buffs, which would obviously suck, but it would allow us, if I don't get burning adrenaline at the beginning of that fight, it's going to be really hard to get like a 99 parse. It's just like super unlikely, right? Because you're competing against a bunch of other druids that have gotten burning adrenaline. So 1 week I have to get burning adrenaline just for parse sake.
First hatcher, we're gonna get the humanoids as well.
And it's gonna suck. And the more stacked we are buff wise, the more buffs we have, the better it's gonna be for that one fight's parse, but it'll ruin our buffs for the rest of the thing. Dude, look how much damage we're doing, 600 DPS. Oh, do I need a lip? Nope. Dude, imagine that thing runs over and like one-shot me. How devastating would that be?
Do you think it's because your threat is
What's up, Shosh? Is that how you say it? I think I was saying Sosh the other day. Shosh? Shashi? Why are you raiding when there's an AQ40 stress test? Is there an AQ40 stress test going on right now, Snuggles? Is that true? I thought they weren't allowing anyone to test AQ40 on the PTR. Or did they like change their mind? 3,400 Starfire, dude. What is up? Still alive after Veil. Whew. Yeah, what's up, Plasma? Welcome back, homie. Silithus stress test. They have AQ20 out, right? Oh, it's a gate opening test?
Matt, you're gonna grab
Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. I would have actually liked to do that. That would have been fun. I didn't know that was happening. I don't have the PTR downloaded at all.
Everyone move into the cubby to the far side. I want people positioned away from the hatcher whenever we can, because he has an aura that does a bunch of damage.
Drink when we
Grab
can
Star,
here.
Bring him back. Back to our Sabbaths in the back here.
500 megs. 500 megs still really small
Flame
file
striking,
though.
Don't attack him yet if you can. Taunting him.
I'm not worried about like the space it would take up on my computer.
Yes.
I can tell you it's not looking promising. What's happening is it just super like laggy.
Like I just disabled.
That dude, that event. So no matter what they do stress testing wise,
Okay, can you grab the humanoids next?
Herod and like a couple of the other servers are just so far like above other servers in population and stuff like that, that no matter what the hypothetical like test shows, like we're screwed, dude. Like there's no way AQ40 goes smooth. Like no way any of that stuff goes smooth for this. It's gonna be such a cluster on our server. I just am like anticipating it. I'm not. My expectations are really low with that stuff. Just because if there's ways for people to like troll each other, they all like on our server, like they always figure it out. If there's ways for people to sabotage, like it's always, it just happens on our server with everything. So I'm not super hopeful on like the, we'll have the openings pretty quick, but I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of craziness going on. Asma got scuffed by us. Is he on the PTR right now? Bringing a full feral set for Veil this week. Dude, that's a good idea. I need to do that. So what happened last week is I had raid on Sunday, right? So we did Molten Core that I'd streamed, and I went right after that and got tribute buffs and Dark Moon Fair buff again. So I actually haven't played this character since last raid because Dark Moon Fair buff was ending, and I wanted to get another Dark Moon Fair run and another Flask to be able to run and like have that content up and show you guys and stuff. So my plan is after this week, I'm going to start working on getting a feral set together because I think for consistency on Veil, that's going to be better.
Alright, let's grab these whelps and start pushing in.
That feral set you can do, I think, pretty reasonably, like 700-800 DPS with feral gear on on Vale.
Alright, move up.
Dude, these
Oh,
fucking
my
eggs are so buggy trying to jump over.
They all spawned W.
Dude, what? I can't jump over that little thing.
Don't worry, we got you.
They're gonna have to be layers on every server. Yeah, I mean it'll be interesting, man. I don't. There's so many variables regarding like population of all these servers that were not really well thought out at the time of. I'm gonna go ahead and lip here. Actually, I don't think that human would have killed me, but not risking that.
Flame strike at the top of the stairs.
My mega server Gehenna's EU, it's gonna be nuts. Yeah, man, it'll be interesting. I mean, the reality is like it's gonna be a pain, right? It's gonna suck because it'll be a cluster and a half, but it's also gonna be really memorable and like
Alright guys,
memorable. It's gonna be really like memorable and fun. Like it'll be a really interesting, unique experience getting to do like the openings again and like all that's gonna be really cool. It'll be chaotic, but it'll be one of those things like 4 years from now, be like, dude, remember when the openings happened for AQ again and like all the servers crashed and it was like so all this stuff happened. Like it's gonna be one of those like big moments that I think there's gonna be a lot of just everyone's gonna have like that scenario just ingrained in their mind forever because of how ridiculous it's gonna be.
Alright, let's move up into this cubby then.
I did casual 620 yesterday as Feral and I'm not even hit capped. Yeah, man, that's nuts. Like I got a good couple crits on that and I was only at like 460 DPS. Feral definitely is able to pull way more higher consistent numbers on Vale for sure. But like what happens if you get burning adrenaline? Or do you not get it because you're a melee, huh? Oh, do you not get it because you're a melee? Is that how that works? No, because the warrior gets it. Could you like avoid? Yes, you don't get it? Oh, what? So if you feral DPS on that fight, you completely avoid the risk of losing your world buffs? Dude. That's OP.
Grab X. Hungry, I might need you to pick up triangle if we get him as well. No, we're good.
That's buff insurance right there. Getting a feral set is buff insurance. That's why melee can. Well, but if you're melee can, you still have mana though, so couldn't it still trigger you? Or is it like a proximity thing?
Go ahead and grab star.
Got a handful of buffs. I'm trying to like rebuff while we're doing this. Oh
Jeff,
no.
Is that true?
What's true? Hmm?
The guys saying in general chat about the Andean condor.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
You have triangle. Bring it back.
Jeff in our guild is like an exotic animal knowledge trainer, breeder of lizards guy.
You can do them with falconry though.
Can you really?
Yeah.
How big is huge?
I mean, they're like huge.
It's mana. Shamans get it. Okay. So if you're in cat form, you can't get it.
Alright, let's get guns up real quick.
That's pretty interesting, dude. That's a like, I didn't even realize that aspect of it. It makes bringing a feral set super viable, especially if you're able to do as much or more DPS on that just for the sake of being able to keep world buffs for the rest of the raid. Because no other casters can do that. Like I know Wummy got burning adrenaline in that fight, but he also had full buffs. Like
Zan, Cormac, how close are you guys?
if you can do that, dude, that's huge. You can ensure the fact that you have full world buffs. Can I see my... Yeah, I'm here.
I just got into the mountain.
I think I'm going to keep both on use trinkets for right now.
Yeah, looks like it. So let's just summon Cormac. Let's get Xanon right away as well.
ring setup, blood vine, mana igniting, blood tinged. We're in play again on the Live Vibes playlist. Guys, quick plug. Is that my Spotify link? Yeah. That link right there is the new Live Vibes playlist I'm putting together. If you guys use Harris Heller has one, what's it called? Stream Beats, where it's all copyright free music. So if any of you guys make content or stream, I'm making a bunch of albums and playlists and stuff like that that's all copyright free music. It's all my music, so you won't get flagged for copyright. If you guys want to follow that playlist, if you guys are trying to get any kind of like background music type stuff. You got tier, I got lock, I got, he means tier. Tier. Yeah. Okay. And buff.
Alright, real quick buffs, guys.
Remember, stack on me if you need. When we get to the other side by the gate. Nearly Abyss on my boom. You just need lock, choker, and band of force concentration. Yeah, I basically need Mish, tier, choker. And we have choker on soft res, so next choker that drops is mine. So once that drops, I literally need nothing else. Arguably, you could say like the ring of spell power, but I'm not gonna even like worry about that because that's pretty negligible.
Alright, everyone's ready. Pulling in 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna give him a couple seconds. I'm gonna deep. Oh. Threat got really scuffed right there.
Guys, stop DPS on the boss for a second. Let someone get threat. Glar's got it. Big heals on Glar. Big heals on Glar. Finish off the whelps. All DPS should be on the whelps right now. Alright, back on the boss.
I don't know what happened there. Someone like ripped aggro or something off the start. Go ahead and pop to up here. Hopefully that's enough time to give them a threat lead. We're good. I'm at 35% right now.
Make sure you move to the tank position. Try to get below hungry. Big heals on hungry. Big heals on hungry.
Okay, just gonna go ham.
If you get threat, move to the tank position. Let us try to pick him up.
Oof, I got
Back on Sabbath.
fire pop there.
Back on Super.
I hate how in this fight I have to be like in the wall like this. Oh my god. I'm bandaging.
Big heals on Super.
Well, that part's just scuffed.
Okay, it's on hungry. Big heals on hungry.
Regrowth myself there, dude. I don't know if he like does his AoE thing again. I don't remember how much damage that does. It's like inside everyone's body. Oh my god, dude.
Start raising the dead.
That was so scuffed. Whew. We didn't die though. We still got buffs.
The bow looks so sick.
All you really need is Lockame Rivsy. Have you guys seen any drop? Like, are you next in line, or you still need like 6 of them to drop before you can get one?
As soon as we get everyone up, we'll start clearing the
Needs EG Cape and Broodlord wrist. Nice. You're getting close, dude. The head from Lubers is coming out. Is super good. I know. I was actually looking at that today. It's like, it's not. Numbers wise, it's not better than Mish. It's just under Mish, right? But I'd say it's better than Hexer's cover, isn't it? By like a little bit. Because it's like 5 less spell damage or something, or 7 less spell damage, but it's 1% hit. Yeah, if I don't get Mish, I'm going to definitely be trying to farm that. I'll be like putting groups together and like reserving it. But I feel sorry for you since you don't always have a full 40. I know. know, man. It's tough, but it is what it is. Take this mark off. I'm on equal footing for the two Druid healers that we got for lock. Mini Mish. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at that stuff yesterday. What is it in Ubers? Yeah, this. Compared to what I have now. So it's 5 DPS difference, basically the same intellect, but 5 damage difference, but you get the 1% hit. So if I can't get Mish, this is definitely a pretty significant upgrade. Not to mention, like I've said a bunch of times, like if you're running world buffs or you have, the more consumes you have, the more value hit has, in my opinion, just to ensure that you get as many hits as possible.
Where are you, Ryan? Marking. Let's have Zan, you take X, you can target him off me.
We haven't had any yet, and I'm one of 3 who would get the first one. That's not bad odds though, dude. 33% chance. Could be worse. Did everyone lose? Mark. Oh, there. I was like, why is that?
Alright, Warlocks, go ahead. Big heals on our mages.
Dude, 1700 Wrath. Oh, I think he had Storm Strike. Like, why is that so big? 3K, dude, we are seeing so many 3Ks tonight. Big 3K Andy, dude. 3K.
Alright, let's get Mishko up.
Here comes the boom, dude. I know. We'll see. Hopefully we can get a good parse this week on Fire Maw. Gotten a couple good ones already, but I'd like to get a really, like, a decent Fire Maw. I feel like is such a chaotic fight. You know, like, I feel like the chance that some weird shit happens, like a tank dies or
So what's gonna happen is
a rogue pulls threat, you know, a quarter of a second into the pull or some weird shit.
So Hungry's gonna start. So he'll come
Okay,
in,
so let's put on
he'll
FR
touch
gear,
boss,
fire resist.
and he'll just auto. And then at 4 seconds before the wing buffet, he's gonna taunt. He's gonna take the wing buffet and maybe a breath. I'll try to call that out. After he takes it, he's gonna run back and drop his stacks off behind the corner, and then you're gonna come out after that. So you guys will just constantly be rotating and dropping.
So we're taking turns on wing.
I think I'm gonna swap out Bloodvine Vest here because this is only 10. It's only 10 FR,
No. Usually we just drop stacks.
and I'm not actually getting the set bonus.
That's what it kind of depends on.
Okay.
If you're getting too high on stacks, just let them drop off. If not, then you get DPS.
I also think I'm gonna pop out the belt here for it's only 7 fire resist.
So you don't get hit by the frenzy.
Maybe if we can pop on some more offensive items. Let's do a GFPP here early.
Spirit, Fort, Mark of the Wild.
Are you going to be melee weaving with a frost weapon on Vicidius? I haven't actually thought too much about it, but I think I likely will. Right, because you like kind of have to, don't you? Doesn't like everyone have to try and do frost damage?
Can I have all the DPS move into the DPS position? Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Fire I'm also RNG with losing stacks, I know.
Matt, are you
If I
okay?
can get, can I get True Loan? Is he?
I'm here.
Okay. You good to go?
All good.
Okay.
Hey, can I put True Loan in our group for FR?
You're gonna rip. No, I'd rather give the Wind Fury.
All right.
Pulling the boss.
Worth a try, guys. We give him a sec, get our Fairy Fire out there. We're gonna wait. Of course, someone rips aggro.
Back into position, careful.
Guys, just wait, don't pull aggro.
Shadow Flame.
Why, dude?
Alright, go ahead and taunt. Hungry if you can. Shadow Flame on Hungry, he's gonna take a Wing Buffet right after. Wing Buffet. Coming back on me.
At 5 stacks, I'm gonna pop Blazing Emblem here, see if we can hopefully drop a stack. If I get to 8 stacks, I'm gonna hop out. Damn, dude. Resisted that one. Resisted that one.
Go ahead and taunt.
Resisted that one.
It's alright, I'm gonna just taunt right after. You can go hide. Oh. Wing Buffet on Glar. Back on me. Oh, I got resisted. Oh no, you have Mocking Blow still on it. Okay, moving him back into position. Careful, do not be in front. Do not be in front.
LOSing. Stacks fell off.
Shadow Flame.
Still have Innervate up if I need it. I also have a Rune up. I'm gonna wait right now. We have a GFPP rolling, so
Wing Buffet on Hungry. Back on Sabbath.
5 stacks.
Shadow Flame.
Gonna go ahead and Innervate here.
Keep it up, guys.
Bandage as well.
Go ahead and taunt.
Another thing you guys can do too that's really helpful trick is say you don't get a full resist,
Wing Buffet about to come out.
but you say you resist like 2 or 3 in a row, right? And the buff duration gets down to like half. You can actually step out during that time and let it fall off, and you only have to wait half as long, right? So rather than 20 seconds, you have like a 10-second window that you're stepped out of the corner. There's another little like trick you can do to help minimize like your downtime around the corner. We're actually not doing bad. We're getting really lucky with a lot of crits. I think this gear setup was pretty ideal, actually swapping on a couple more % hit. We're like almost 300 DPS on this fight.
I have to reposition a little bit. So you have some Shadow Flame everyone.
Fairy Fire again here.
Shadow Flame on me.
We actually dropped stacks right there. Holy shit. Back at 1 stack. Let's go. Did you know about that 6th on DPS? Big chicken dick DPS. Bah! 5th? Can we be... Oh! Can we top the casters?
Wing Buffet coming soon. Shadow
Get
Flame
up!
on Glar.
Yeah! Let's go, dude! Yeah! Dude, get some fucking pew pew flexes in the chat for the fucking 4th on DPS, 315. That has to be a good parse. Alright. Let's pause and review the gear that we used on this fight so that we can imitate this again. 207 fire resist unbuffed. I didn't even use my Juju because I'm an idiot. We have a Juju in our bag specifically for this fight that we didn't use. Gosh dang it, guys. Tier 1 helm, Drakefire amulet, Flare Core shoulders, a Nixia scale cloak. I throw in the Bloodvine chest here for that extra 2% hit. Bracers of Arcane Accuracy, Tier 1 gloves for that 7 FR. Then I throw in Mana Igniting Cord, Flare Core leggings, Bloodvine boots, Tidal Loop, Dragon Slayer Signet, Blazing Emblem. This was actually pretty clutch, I think. I resisted a few stacks while I had this active. But that was big, guys. That's a good 62k damage.
Start some loot here a little bit.
All right, let's throw our other gear back on. Should we keep double on use trinkets? I've been really digging this this crit neck, to be honest.
Raid warning, negative system.
And stacking the crit neck with mana igniting cord if we have world buffs, and just getting a ton of crit because we're at like almost 35% crit right now. That was big. I'm curious to see what the logs are.
Does everybody move back into the room here, guys?
I can post. You want me to post the live logs for you guys?
Black Baron for rogues, is it?
Let me find it.
Pretty sure it's warrior only.
It's not.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I think I'm pretty sure it's warrior. Only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our thing says melee DPS.
Yeah, that's our bad on the sheet.
Well, if it says it, it says it.
That's a warrior thing?
I'm gonna have to rebuff everyone here in a second, like with full like hour buffs.
Alright, guys. Let's get ready to pull this back.
Let's see what that was. What do we think that push was? That a 99? Oh, it's a 98.
Cormac, Zan, get ready here.
It's a 98
Matt,
parse.
grabbing the spellbinder.
There's the logs if you guys are interested. The live logs, those will update after each fight.
Fire this gear.
I know there's a couple pieces that would be more FR. I know. I need to try and snag those. I just haven't. Did you know you can solo Luber's fire resist buff with the mind control cap? I did not know that, Rivsy. Can you really? Wow, that's amazing. I'm gonna have to look at that. That's such an amazing buff, but I always don't get it because I'm like, oh, I gotta get a priest. I gotta like find someone to like help me get it. It's not worth it. All right, we're gonna be pro engineer, PvP the goblins. I did not know that you could solo that with the mind control cap. That's amazing,
Careful,
though.
I'm moving the star along the left side of the raid.
Oh. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Sheeped?
What was it getting hit by?
Okay, I got star back on me.
Someone healed me there. I don't know who that was, but someone saved me from a very sure death right there. I was dead. That was an amazing clutch heal, whoever that was. That was probably Loopy.
I don't even have world buffs anymore.
Nades? I don't think it was nades. I was moving. I mean, unless maybe I ran into the nades. Like maybe I ran into someone else's nades. Well, I got flame striked, and then when he moved the big guy cleaved me as he moved. So I got hit with both of those at the same time. Dude, that's exactly why Spirit of Zanza is amazing. If I did not have Spirit of Zanza right there, guarantee you could watch it back on the VOD. I promise you, I dropped below 500 health. 100% I would have died if I didn't have Spirit of Zanza right there.
Hey, Matt, I'm gonna actually have you. We're gonna have the whole raid.
You should use Elixir of Fortitude, 120 HP. It's about the health you survive now. I know.
A very long time.
We could. I don't have any of those on me. We could though.
I can take two. One small and I have an
Yeah, that is a great video idea. I'll have to look into that and see about the mind control cap. I literally have never heard that, Rivsy. That's a big, that'll be big, especially because I'm engineering. So that would allow me to get that buff every week by myself.
Glar will have you on Skull, Hungry on X, Tal, you're on Triangle, I'll take Star.
I had 114 health. Oh my god, dude. 114 health. Holy shit. Could you imagine, dude? That would be so devastating, losing buffs on that random pull. Oh. Okay, we got one arcane boy. We get our fairy fires out, help the tanks keep aggro. I'm gonna wait a little bit actually on Star, because we're like fully buffed and they're not. So I really want to be careful with our DPS on any of the vulnerability targets. Here we go. You guys ready? Can we get another 10k? Can we get another 10k? Oh, dude, that's close.
Salsa Frost.
The partial resist. Come on, let's get a crit. Toe up crit. 95, 98.
Frost triangle.
Oh, it says I'm at 100%.
Make sure you're not pulling.
Start DPSing this guy. That was close. Almost got a 10k.
Frost on X.
Here we go. Can we get another one? It says I'm still as much threat. I do have a lip though we can use if for some reason he rips aggro. Oh, watch this. Oh my god, dude. Some big boy numbers right there. We did use the lip. I gotta be careful. I'm getting a little like cocky with the lip. Since we have the lip, I'm like watching him come at me like I'm not even scared. Come at me. Check Rogue Solo Uber's FR buff guide. Okay, I'll check that out. That's pretty sick. If I can make that trick work for Balance Druid, that'll be awesome. Because that buff is amazing, especially for Veil. And if you have it, if you're able to kill up to Veil and Fire Maw, well, the buff's a 1 hour buff, isn't it? If you're trying to get more uptime on Fire Maw, think less Fire Res and more Dampen Magic.
Alright, Matt, go ahead when you're ready.
I don't know what that means. It will change the fight completely and use more damage gear? What do you mean think more Dampen Magic? Rip Songflower, I know. It just ran out. I wish that Songflower was not as strong but lasted 2 hours like the other buffs. I really hate that the buffs are different timers. I survived with 15 health. Are you kidding me? That's how low I was? Oh, Arcane, dude. It's Arcane boy.
Pick him up. Wait to pick him up.
Is our lip off cooldown? Our lip is literally not off cooldown, so we have to actually be careful here. 87. Dude, that's crazy. That's like completely... I didn't have any active trinkets on right there. We have lip up in 5. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. It's not worth it, guys. Not worth it. Here's the video of the rogue point of view. Yeah, cool. I'll check that. I'll definitely check that out after I get done with this. Or maybe after raid I can pull it up. So is Loopy, did Loopy get full tier 2 now? Let's rebuff everyone while we're all this. I'm gonna have to redo it anyway.
No, it looks like we're just DE in the priest boots and bracers, right? Matt, go ahead and pull it.
I know the Dampen Magic Mage buff, but I'm confused of what that means for Fire Maw. Can you elaborate on what you mean? I know what Dampen Magic is, but like Dampen Magic, it like isn't gonna negate. Oh, dude, Nature Resist. Let's go. Okay, we got another grenade for these little midget boys up here.
I just looted him straight to loot.
Okay.
I didn't even let them touch my filthy bed.
Congrats, Loopy.
Release the spellbinder.
You noticed 2 renews on you, that's why. 800
Hell yeah.
baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you didn't even notice the 2 renews on you?
Oh, I'm standing in Ring of Fire.
Release spellbinder, please.
We should be good on the nature here because Sabbath's got Thunder Fury. Bro, we're popping off though. We're doing like I'm actually doing pretty good DPS like this whole raid.
To make sure I'm not gonna get
Like
knocked off.
we did decent DPS on all the fights so far. I'd be curious to see our overall damage done with all the boss kills this week. I feel like we'll be pretty high up there. I can't do anything on that fucking guy. Just have to wait. What I'm saying is Dampen Magic's OP. Oh, you're saying to like get the buff in addition to everything else, and then I can sacrifice some fire resist for more damage gear if I have Dampen Magic on myself. Check general of your Discord. I posted there. Cool, man. I'll check it out. We will check it out. Okay, let's see. Did Loopy get? Where is
Stay
he?
at the bottom floor.
I have to drink here. I want to see. I'm curious if he got. I think he has full tier 8 or full tier 2.
All right, let's go ahead and pull him back, Matt.
Dude, he's actually like super geared because he's got full tier 2 and he's got the priest trinket from ZG. Yeah, dude, full tier. Does that pop over? Yeah. Full tier 2 and the big boy priest trinket, dude. I'm gonna like die from fucking grenades or something while I'm inspecting him. Kind of high on threat here, but it should be okay.
Release spellbind.
This guy's fire.
Fire vulnerability.
What's up, Andrew? How you doing, man? I step out of Firemaw at 14 stacks with Dampen. Wow, dude.
Come on, Cormac, give me a buff square.
Let's ask someone for. Can you cast
Go square.
Dampen Magic on me, please?
Interrupts, guys.
All right, so our mana regen and our Greater Arcane Elixir are about to run out, but we have one more of each of those. Tired AF, dude. I feel that. I feel that, man. I feel that.
Threads the dead.
Okay, Dampen Magic reduces magic damage taken by up to 90. I don't feel like that would be that strong. Does it scale with like the stacking bonus though of like Firemaw? So like if the Firemaw buff is like multiplicative, does it reduce it by 90 multiplicatively the same way kind of? It's flat reduction per stack. Yeah, okay, I could see that. It's extremely noticeable for Hatchers and Suppression Room.
Matt, we'll have you
Oh wow, that's like a really good point.
square for that.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for the tip, dude. I appreciate that. That's cool. I'll have to look into that. I'll suggest that.
Yeah, let me get my pet up real quick.
Where the hell's Fuo? Trying to buff him. I feel bad for the hunters. We're about to lose our DMT buffs as well.
Alright, good. Pull Icor.
So 6 stacks with no dampen is like 11 stacks with dampen. That kind of makes sense. It's like per stack. I gotcha. Yeah, that's massive then. I'm curious. I know at the end there when I was getting up to like 7-8 stacks, it was hitting for around I think like 1300, 1400, something like that. So I'll have to test it out, but that's what the numbers were this week. So we can run it back next week and see what the numbers look like with Dampen Magic next time.
Thank you, Clar.
Where's Skull? Oh, he's over there. I'm just gonna keep casting on this guy. I think I have aggro.
Let spellbinders go.
Shadow
Just got home from work. Glad I'm in time to see some good trash packs in Chromagus. Yeah, man. Hopefully we get a good Nef too. Keep our fingers crossed. We've had some handful of guys trickle in here, so we're gonna be running with it looks like 36 going into Chromagus and Nef,
spellbinders.
which will be
Do not back up. Do not back up.
It hurts.
help heal here.
Make sure we're getting those interrupts off, guys.
Don't make a video about it. I won't make a video about it. Don't worry. Stuff like that I usually don't make content about for that exact reason. It's like I want to like, it's one thing to like post it on stream if you know 20, 30, 40 people are gonna see it. It's not that big a deal. But I don't make content like that where it's like gonna nerf certain things that I like or like find helpful. Should trinket more on trash. Yeah, I mean, it's different because like ZHC, the time difference between these as far as cooldowns, very, very noticeable. Like TOEP, you literally have every single trash pull, and ZHC will kind of have these like weird overlaps where it's like every other kind of a thing.
Take skull.
Let's buff everyone here.
X, I'll take star.
So if you have TOEP, it's a little bit different. It's like once you have TOEP, it gets really easy. You get used to like being able to always use it because the cooldown is so short. I mean, because if you think about it too, like, so 15 seconds, but the cooldown starts right when you click it, right? So it's a minute and 15-second cooldown because 15 of the first 15 seconds it's active, right?
It's that same vulnerability.
So it's like you just have it all the time. It's just always up. Bruno with the big super chat. Hey, thanks, homie. It ain't much, but it's honest works. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Guards fire.
All right, let's fairy fire all these big boys.
X is also fire.
I'm like, I don't want to attack skull yet. I'm like really scared.
Stars fire too.
Spawn to star, guys. Let's kill star first.
Aziz with the follow. Hey, what's up, Aziz? How you doing, man? Welcome back. So Skull is moving around a lot, so I'm gonna run over here because I feel like this is the safest spot.
Hey, mages and warlocks.
I'm gonna wait on Skull.
If there's two like fires, two
Oh,
shadows,
he's
just alternate
running
every
to
cast
me.
between them for threat purposes.
Run over here now.
Alright, move over to X, guys. Move over to X. No damage on skull.
Refresh our fairy fires.
Fire on X.
The most important thing on these packs, guys, is that you don't rip aggro. Period. Because if you rip aggro, it fucks everyone. So you really want to make sure you're trying to like be very cognizant of ripping threat. She's not have a lot of threat on, so it just says he has 27,000. Okay, well we have a lip if we need it right here. Go get some. Kill it. Bah! Got him.
Alright, let's res the dead.
But you want to be careful in the beginning of that when the tanks are spinning and stuff. If you rip aggro, it can be like almost a guaranteed wipe if they get a good war stomp off in the middle of the raid because none of your healers can heal. My boomkin just hit 55 3-piece tier 1 3-piece bloodvine waiting for me. Nice, dude. Look forward to more boomkin videos, especially when AQ hits. Can't wait to watch. Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to AQ. Tier 2.5 is going to be really sick. I think that's honestly... I think we've already done a good job. Like the Discord's been great. Like everyone's like so helpful and stuff. I think a lot of people have started playing balance that were on the fence because of like the little community that's kind of developed, which is really sick. And I think, oh yeah, should we put that on? Okay, I'm actually gonna use Reed here. Should we risk it for the biscuit? Take off Dampen Magic. I don't think we'll pull. We'll be okay. Let's get a couple more buffs out though. Who we got here?
Alright, it's gonna be me, Hungry, then Glar in the taunt rotation.
I'm gonna wait on my Mage Blood because I really want this for Neff. I don't think there's any reason we're gonna die, but if for some reason we died.
So we can get weird breaths.
Back up.
But what I was gonna say is I think that talking to YouTube chat. Yeah.
Do we have our Ani cloaks on?
Yeah, Ty, we're doing both. We got both going,
Should have
YouTube
your
and
cloak on
Twitch.
Right now.
Key is just never to take it off.
Okay,
Great,
I'm gonna
you
put
good?
it on. I'm scared.
You
It
just
is
know
map.
now? Okay.
But I think we'll have. I think phase 5 will be phase 5 and phase 6. I think will be really exciting because a lot of that stuff is kind of uncharted territory for balanced druid. I think PvP with our tier 2.5 is going to be amazing. I think if we can get a couple pieces from both AQ and Nax, like once Nax is live, like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to all that. Okay, I'm going to pop
Go ahead, Glar. It's on
here.
Glar. Shadow
We
play
should
with
be
Glar.
good. Holy shit, dude.
I got next taunt. Oh, it went on Hungry. I taunted though. It's on me. Wing buff it. Glar, you're gonna need to taunt.
Damn, it's unfortunate we got the resist right
Just put it
there.
on Hungry. Hungry's got it now. Yep, taunting. It's on Sabbath. Shadow Flame on me. Shadow Flame on me.
I'm at 80% threat.
Taunt.
Got a fairy fire.
It's on Hungry. It's on Hungry.
Gonna go ahead and
Okay.
rune right there.
Yep, go ahead. Taunt. Glar.
70%
We're gonna get
threat.
wing
We're
buff
still
it,
kind of
and I'm gonna taunt
chilling.
Right after. Shadow Flame first, then Wing buff it. Wing buff it on
I'm
Hungry.
at
Taunting right now.
86% threat. Oh, I gotta stop for a second, guys. Kind of high. Should be okay
Taunt.
now.
Taunt. Careful, he's kind of close to the corner. Melee, make sure you are not in his front half. You need to be on his ass. Shadow Flame on Hungry. Glar, you got next taunt. Good. Nice job, guys.
Yay, one. I win.
Hey, Silent. Nice.
Do a lot of ZG. There's good gear for Boomkin. Yeah, man. That's definitely, if you're about to hit 60, ZG is your best friend for balance for sure. There's a lot of really good gear. You should definitely be doing that on cooldown every 3 days. I haven't gotten Ani head yet. Should I consider getting Tooth
Really good.
over the Signet? It's up to you, man. The fire resist ring is nice, but I would say at this point, like, I would probably go Tooth just for Feral in general, just because it's so good. I would probably go the neck piece if you got Ani head.
All right.
If it was me at this point, I think I would do that because there's a couple other fire resist ring options you can get, and there's not anything you can get for even if you got bored for a couple weeks and you want to respec and like play Feral, right? I always kind of pick the stuff that's really significant for either spec that are very hard items to replace. The fire resist ring, while it's really good for the current content we have right now, it's not as difficult to replace something comparable because it's only 10 FR, right? Damn, I was hoping we could replace the cloak.
Guys, careful on damage.
Fairy fire, give him a second.
Okay. Shove on the Tranks Hunters.
Dude, it's insane that our Starfires are critting for 3,200. It's like
Hungry.
nuts. I remember being like, oh, once I get rank 7 Starfire, like I'll be critting over
Buff it on Hungry
3k.
soon.
Sure enough,
Wing buff it now. Back on
it's already
Sabbath.
happening. We don't even have rank 7. Kind of high on threat, guys. 70%. Should be okay though. Refresh Fairy Fire here. Frenzy.
Shove on the
Nice.
Tranks. Keep it up, Hunters.
It's nice too when you have ZG buff and you have all this stuff going, like you end up having enough mana where you don't even have to like pot or ruin most of these fights. Like we're just killing. If we had a full 40, I wouldn't have to use any consumes on most of these except for like Neff, maybe
Buff it on
Chromagus.
Hungry. Coming out now. Back on Sabbath. Finish her off.
I don't know how good of a parse this is, but didn't get that last one off. Let's throw in another
Good
playlist
guys.
here real quick.
Sick loots.
Now we're back to our comfort zone.
What do we get? Male legs. Druid gloves.
Oh, Druid tier reminds me. If any of you guys have Resto Druid friends, we are recruiting a Resto Druid right now.
Yeah, that's totally me. Thanks for giving me the confidence that my hardcore guild can handle seeing a boomkin. Gone to 2 MCs already at 55. Casters were fighting for who got me in their group. Yeah, man. If your guild's like cool about it, it's honestly like, I don't know. I feel like the amount of like situations we've utilized the flexibility of me playing balance has been really significant. Whereas if I was playing like a warlock or a mage, there's plenty of times you'd be like, all right, for progression, we really need you to play a different character because we actually need off heals or we, you know, whatever the situation is. And you get to still like, you can just off heal, do whatever else.
Vulnerabilities. I'm spinning like crazy on
It's
Star.
all arcane. Star and Skull are both arcane. X is Shadow.
You okay with Threat on Skull Hungry?
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna alternate.
Give Glar a little more time. No damage on Star, guys.
Okay, I'm not gonna. We're just kidding. We're gonna alternate like this.
Not even be able to hit him at all.
We should be good on threat here, though. Oh, oh, that was fucking scary. What about tier 0.5? Shash. None of it's really particularly like that exciting to me. I think tier 2.5
Okay, as soon as I start
is
spinning,
itemized better.
I want everyone to back off. Back off. I need another tank to taunt once he pulls off and goes to DPS. Nice job.
Are spinning.
Lip. See that? He like got right there. Psych! Psyched him out with the lip. Do a video of how to get Rock Fury bracers, and I super chat again. I actually have to look into that. I know you have to collect all of the like carapace things, right? But those quests aren't out yet, so I haven't been able to do them. But I'll look into that. That's a good idea, Bruno, to do a guide on that because that's the main thing we need out of this like next rep grind out of Cenarian Circle. Like that caster ring with Exalted is going to be good as well, but it's going to be a little more of like a meme situation.
All right, guys.
I don't know that I would use it over a ring that has hit on it.
All right, so
Do all our healers have sands? I only have 9. I have 9. I have 11. Golosita needs one.
Okay, so Hungry is going to be coming in early. Hungry is going to come in before any of the melee DPS. Once he gets a couple of attacks in, then all the DPS can go in.
What do you... You guys stop opening trade if you're not trading me something because I just used a sand because you guys...
Oh, that was Obek. I still needed one, so thank you.
I need one in case if you have an extra.
Where are you at?
Does anyone else need any?
Thank you.
Yep.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
Alright, so sitting out, we're going to have Matt, Hungry, and which healers do you want?
Me, Zub, Uck.
Okay. Loopy, Zub, Uck. Those are the people that are always going to stay out, even if we get time breath. Everyone else is going to stand in. Let's get a summon here for Matt. Get ready for pull. I do have shield wall up.
There's definitely more boomkins. Back in February, there was like 3,000, and now there's like 8 to 10,000. I know, I've noticed that too, Cosno. Definitely noticed that.
Ready, track?
Get the tooth. Yeah, do that. Aziz, the tooth is really good. Just if you ever decide to play bear for any reason or cat, it's just really good. It's just an amazing neck piece overall. And the ring, I would say, is not as amazing for casters. So if you have anything that you think you're gonna continually be playing feral at all, like if you're gonna go cat and veil or whatever, I would definitely start getting some gear that's good, really good for that setup. You can get like a fire resist with 20 FR on it if you wanted to. It's not gonna be a big deal, but getting a hit with neck or a neck with hit on it and FR.
Alright, whenever you guys are.
Go ahead, Matt. You can go right.
Just wanted to say I got toe up Tuesday night off Gold Mag. Nice, Nuclear. Big grats, dude. That's awesome. Toe up's amazing. Toe up's by far my favorite trinket in the game. All right, guys, we got to focus up here. Okay, posture check. Get a little fairy fire going.
Go ahead, DPS.
I'm just going to wait. I should have probably equipped, of course, Mage Drips aggro. I should have probably put on
Melee out.
ZHC. He's about to cast. I'm actually going to not pop my trinket here because we're going to have to pop into the wall.
Melee should be out.
Corrosive Acid.
Corrosive Acid.
Toe up.
Big heals, guys. Big heals.
Okay. Not a huge use on our toe up there.
Sorry, casters.
Another reason I'm not really like DPSing too much right now is I don't want to generate extra threat. I'd rather stay really low on threat.
No.
Did I hit the safe spot? Or did I just call it too late?
No, it's too late.
My bad.
I don't even see us on the threat, so I think we're okay. Oh no, I do see us on the threat. We're at 60%.
Alright, Corrosive Acid in
Melee
5.
We are okay. Oh, dude, nice. Corrosive Acid. I'm going to innervate myself here. Pop out. Pop back in. We are at 70% threat, so we got to be a little careful here.
Sure. Big heals, healers.
83%.
Is that good?
87%. 90%. 9k crit. Fire. Okay.
Melee out.
I wish I could like cast something right now and just reduce my threat.
Okay, Incinerate.
Detect magic. Detect magic, please. Just waiting.
It's fire.
Got it. Thanks.
Melee out.
Corrosive Acid. Gonna need big heals on Sabbath, guys. Big heals. We need those trinks immediately.
Frost. Frost.
Nice.
It's my time.
I do have Shield Wall. I'm gonna use it as soon as we hit 20%. Actually, I'm gonna delay it slightly on 20%.
Melee out.
So big heals.
Oh, Arcane. That's me, dude.
Oh my god, I fat figured. Did not shield wall.
What'd you hit? Oh!
I don't want to talk about it.
I see swords spinning around him.
Dispel me, please! Come on! Oh, no! I had a 10k crit right there, though.
5 seconds before you said.
Chromatic boots, dude. Nice. Sapper? I know, we could have sappered actually there. Would have been a good idea. We didn't get bronze, though. Hey, we do only have 4 people with bronze, and I have 7 sands, so we can actually dispel all the bronzes.
Yeah, let's do it. Actually, I can give one to Decays.
First time catching you live, usually just watch the VODs on YouTube. Nice, man. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with chat. Give me just a sec, guys. It's probably just as rare as a binding drop. And it was uncontested. Wow, that's big grats, Nuclear. Yeah, it is really, really rare. I've seen like 3 toe ups the entirety of running MC. I got super lucky. I didn't realize how rare it was when I got it. May I please transfer to your server and be your Twinkie feed, please, dude.
Alright, start doing
You could transfer the server. I think it's all closed actually. No, though. It's like locked, right? I'm pretty sure they unlocked it and then they relocked it. because they didn't realize why unlocking it all of a sudden made a bunch of people then have like queues and stuff. But I'm telling you, dude, Herod's a great server. If any of you guys are looking to reroll on a US server, Herod is very, 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 very good. Why not have a second Druid with Leader of the Pack? We would like to have a second Druid. We have had a hard time finding a second Druid. Ideally, we'd have a Resto Druid. We would not be opposed to having a Feral Druid, but we had like one and he came for like 2 weeks and then he stopped playing. Or like, you know, hasn't logged on since. So
How are we splitting groups?
we're all for that. Our guild in general is not very opposed to like off meta type stuff.
5 left.
We're more like laid back. Seeing off gold mag is crazy, yeah. Heard idols were low drop.
First time I ever made it up on the block.
The idols are really low drop, at least on Atlas loot, the ones that drop off bosses. I think our Moonfire one is actually going to not be too difficult to get.
Yeah, Granson has a huge.
Um,
I mean, they look pretty dumb, but that's alright.
So sick. Just as cool as my boots.
He's stunned. Isn't double use better here? Yeah, I should have had double use trinkets. Nuclear. I messed up there. When we pulled, I didn't swap my trinkets. Catform and Feint. I know. I thought about that actually. I don't know what Fate's bound to. So that was, I was like, I'm gonna have to open up my spell book. All this happened. I was like, I could go into Cat, cast Feint, Feint's in my spell book. It's not on my bars. I have to open up my spell book and manually start clicking it. Okay, I'm not gonna do it.
True.
Yeah, big 10k crit though. I think that's a record for us on
Where are you trying to stay, Glenn?
Chromagus. So we got some time here still on our buffs. We're chilling for Neff.
On the same side.
Can one of you guys just move across?
Yeah.
Which side is my group on? Group 5. Are we on the right side? I think so.
We're on the left side.
Oh, okay.
You're on the left side. Damn it, coach.
You should ask to join the pre-shaman group for Chromagus for Tranquil
Everyone
Air.
put on your Nixia
Yeah,
skill
that's actually
cloak.
not a bad idea, actually. Maybe because the threat's always an issue on that fight. Oh, a Nixia Scale Cloak. That was almost bad. We almost forgot it.
Golo, Icor.
So here's what we're rocking going into...
Golo.
Lost 10%. Should we throw on the other hit ring?
I know he's on a work. He had a work call, he said.
I'm going to go ahead and throw on the other
let's
hit
start with
ring
that
here. So we're at... Get the extra percent. So 620 damage, 10%, 24, another 2%, 26% crit chance.
Everyone should have their cloak on.
Eat my food.
Everyone.
Says the Moonkin with Lockamere. Of course they aren't. Yeah, I know. Cape, cape, cape. Put it on. I know. Good thing I was like a little slow on check. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Get out of here, guy.
Okay.
What the hell was that? He's just going he's just going ham on me. What's going on?
Help out red side.
I'm silenced too. He's literally just casting shadow bolts at what the hell?
Polymorphin.
Polychungus?
Shout, I'm gonna get you.
Gonna take your boots.
Chungus, why did you silence me?
Oh my god, dude. Dude, Neff is like, he's literally gonna kill me. He's like just casted 18 shadow bolts into my nipples.
Welcome to what he does to
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Sheep uck, sheep uck.
That's why you greater shadow protection before the fight. Literally just.
I would have needed 7 of them right there for that amount. I was just healing myself. Did I ever check out the Fury Ragnaros buff from BRD? No, I have not, Nuclear. Is it from the same guys you mind control for the fire resist buff? The Fury Ragnaros is like the spell damage one you're talking about, right?
Nick, is the red ones do a like a fire.
What's up, Riley? Welcome back. Big numbers on Chromag. We got nothing crazy. It wasn't my like best parts, but we got a 10k crit.
Like it's hard to kind of get threat on them. So they're just kind of hard to deal with.
Okay, is he done? I'll pop back in Moonkin form if he's gonna stop casting shadow bolts at me. Yeah, picks one person. Yeah, Jesus, dude, that was
3 left.
felt very very picked on right there.
I'm running up. I'm running up by the boss. I have a dragon on me.
I just got shadow commanded. Somebody else.
Sheep
heal.
loopy.
I'm gone.
Sheep loopy. Zub's coming back.
Okay, we're good.
We didn't drop combat, but we're full mana. Can we post up like... Mishko, can you make sure you're decursing too, please?
Thanks, Mishko.
So here's what I'm thinking, guys. If I pop mana potion early here, right away, what if we have lip up in time for the skellies?
Druid call.
Oh, let's go, dude. Oh, all of us Druids are having such a hard time right now.
So we don't lose any DPS.
You see that dude had 2,900 crit in cat form. Dude, I just crit for 2,900 in cat form.
Oh, so we gained DPS?
Well, it was a Starfire, okay?
Alright, Druid call's almost over. Shadow Flame going out. Get ready for the next call. Nice job on the tremor. Mage call, mage call.
I'm at 70% threat right here. We should be good. I'm gonna innervate myself here in a
Ready for
second.
the Dispel on Sabbath.
Still at 70% threat.
Shadow Flame.
I'm trying to max rank as long as we can here. I'm actually gonna start down ranking a little bit though. I think we should be okay. Maybe do like every other.
Priest
call,
call.
priest call.
Priest call. Stop heals on
All of the
Sabbath.
healers on
Please heal
Sabbath.
somebody else.
I think I need to heal Sabbath here. Do we? No. We have enough. We have enough shamans. I trust him. I trust him.
Shadow Flame.
3,300 crits, dude. You love to see it. Okay, I'm gonna have to down rank here.
Priest call's almost over. 2, 1.
We're just doing rank ones. Try and conserve a little mana.
Warrior, warrior. Big heals on Sabbath. Big heals on Sabbath. Watch your threat. Watch your threat, guys. Some of you guys are pretty high.
%. Skellies are coming. Skellies are coming.
I'm down. I'm down.
Stop
Big heals on Glar. Heals on Glar. Heals on Glar. Everyone get to the side of him. Shadow Flame. Big heals. Big heals. Roar. Careful, Zoomers.
Roll call.
Move him, Glar.
I was just gonna kill our.
That was actually not a bad fight.
Okay. That
Yeah,
was too.
Holy crap!
Respectable.
And Mishandir.
Whoa.
Dang.
Oh!
I saw that Obek goes out of mana and I see him just whacking him with his mace.
I was 3 seconds shy of a full clear.
did I use Moonkin when Druid Call happened? So this, I think what it is, I still don't know exactly what it is, but this has happened to me all the time now. If you're in Moonkin form and he casts Druid Call and he switch you into cat form, it usually still lets you keep casting. I don't know if you have to be mid cast of a Starfire when it goes off, but all right, 355 DPS. Sapper was a big chunk of damage there. We got a little cucked. I don't know if you guys saw that. I lipped and sappered the skeletons. Oh, I rolled a 10, you guys.
That's a bingo spot. I'm pretty.
Dude, big rip.
That's crow.
Whoa, I believe Nickus.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Nickus is an alt, he doesn't get prio.
Big F. You're always mid cast on Starfire. Yeah, I think I think that's what, because I've had times where I've been DPSing as balance and it has not bugged out where it's let me continue to cast.
All right, guys. After loot, we're gonna.
So I think you have to be. I don't know if it's an interaction with Moonkin form but I'm assuming it's an interaction with the actual being mid cast of Starfire somehow bugs out when it shifts you into cat form. Moonkin form's immune. It could be Moonkin form. I'm pretty sure though I've gotten put into cat form and not been able to cast as well. And maybe I was out of inhuman form for some reason during that time. I don't know. Oh man. You think Crowr will sell us Mish? Will he sell us Mish?
Alright, that's good.
It's okay. Tier is actually the big one. So the next tier, I've talked about this a couple of times. Next tier we have is between me and 2 of the warlocks. So Rivzy, the same way you have 1 in 3 chance on your Locomir. I'm heading over to Onyxia right now, guys. So we'll get a quick little Ani in to finish off the stream here. You might have been healing. That's true. I could have been healing when I got shifted into cat form and wasn't able to cast, but I don't remember, to be honest. But I just know I do know that I've had times where I've tried, it's happened, and I wasn't able to do anything. And then the other times I've had it where I can just keep casting. So it looks like, I don't know if you guys have noticed on logs, it changed the way it logs specifically Nefarian. So I think my sappers on the ads don't count for anything right there.
Go ahead and sign up when you get the chance.
Based off the changes that they made.
Oh, where's the forewarning? Now I'm not. Oh my god.
Super is +1.
Only time it's ever happened to me was when I was not shapeshifted to innervate.
Grats blast.
Grats blast.
Yeah. Maybe it's Moonkin form. I don't know. I feel like one of the earlier weeks I remember specifically being like, oh, last week it let me cast, and then the next week I was in Moonkin form and it didn't let me cast. But I could be misremembering because it was like 3 months ago. 2 months ago. I think you might have been decursing innervating during the class call. Makes sense. Happens. Ads don't count. I know the ads don't count. That just changed though. So really what I should do is ignore the ads.
Well, that's just rigged.
Right? We should just ignore the ads and do as much damage to Neff as possible.
He's like, I put up
from
the
a parse
MC
perspective.
Like 5 seconds after he clicks.
Yeah. How convenient for him.
Really though, we need to have a full 40 raid for me to get a good parse on Neff, I feel like, because I'm gonna run out of mana, I feel like, if we don't kill it fast enough. And by the time we get to Neff every week, I'm already I've lost
Beck, you
half of my world buffs.
I think if
from just
no
from
melee
time.
DPS need it, and I don't think
It's a
our
bug if you're in
army
Moonkin
raid
form
melee
and stay in
DPS
Moonkin form during the Druid call. You can continue casting balance spells.
have yet.
Okay, that makes sense, Will. That makes sense. Hey, have a good night, Cosno. Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Okay,
Yo, if
sweet.
your melee
Let the mages
DPS
deal with the
needs
ads now enough. I
on
know.
Bonnie head, say
That's
something
probably
now.
what I'll do, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just saying that because
Or we're
I got the
assuming you're
PvP
passing.
leggings in BWL, so I want to see if I can get the ring as well.
I do think we got some good parses tonight, though, guys. I think all in all it was a very successful run. We still have our. Are we gonna? We're not gonna get. Damn, dude. Could you imagine if we're able to get a good Anixia run in with Ani? Anixia with its own buff and Darkmoon Fair, but we will have Flask. We will have Greater Arcane Elixir for Ani right now, so maybe we can get a good Ani parse too. Sabbath to keep the logs running. Unless you're going for complete raid parse, I think Neff ads still count. No, so Will, I was really confused last week. What they did now is there's a category that's boss, like damage done to boss or boss damage. I don't know exactly how they have it categorized, but like my DPS, for example, last week was like 503 on Neff, 503 DPS. And if I looked on my parses, it showed like 352 or something like that. And when I went back to look at it, it was only counting for my overall parses. Like if you type my name in Warcraft logs and you look up how I've done on any of the fights, the number that it default pulls as far as how you qualify competing with other people is based on your damage done to actual Neff himself. Jesus, dude, Sabbath with a bunch of gifted subs. The big 5 gifted subs. Hey, thank you, Sabbath. Thank you, dude. He's gonna keep making that sound. Big thanks to Sabbath for the gifted subs there. But yeah, so it was logging everything differently. So like what I was looking up for my parses was only categorizing the damage done to actual. Hey, yeah, there you go, dude. Now everyone's got the emotes. Yeah, guys, 200 subs. 200 subs will do the Moonkin cosplay. If that ever happens in my lifetime, we get up to 200 subs, we'll get the Moonkin cosplay. Yeah, exactly. Now you guys get the awesome Moonkin emotes. I got a couple more. I need to throw. I have a Night Elf emote as well, like the Night Elf Moonkin form that I'm gonna throw in there as well. I haven't uploaded it yet. But for all you Alliance players, you guys go hop in some other streamers chat. You guys will have the Night Elf Moonkin emote as well.
Doesn't Jiraiya have one?
I'll probably do that later tonight or tomorrow. Get that up for you guys. But yeah, well,
like best in slot.
It's definitely changed the way that it's working a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Still really good though.
As far as the parses go. So I think what we got to do to try and parse on Neff now is I got to just really focus on boss DPS as much as possible and ignore the ads.
It's one hand.
Frostbite's really good though.
It is. It's the only one Pandora got.
If you can look up the #1 parse on Veil, I know.
Is the Zulian hacker better than
Yeah, it's a fair. So the highest parsing Druid in BWL. So there's different ways when you're looking at all this stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Luke, Stellar, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys. Welcome. The way that it parses, right? So if you are like the top BWL parser, it doesn't necessarily mean you've gotten first place on every fight. It means that you've overall done the best. So the guy who is the highest parsing overall in BWL, his Veil fight, his damage is he's in cat form with Feral Gear. And I think it's like 860 DPS or something like that. Don't quote me on that. It's 800 something DPS. As balanced spec in Feral Gear on Veil specifically. So if you guys don't get Burning Adrenaline, I mean, obviously what we learned tonight, if you were in cat form, you can't get it. So that's a good way of bumping your Veil parse up, is just throwing on cat Feral Gear and just DPSing in cat form. I jumped to number 2 in the world in MC and couldn't figure out why. Wow, dude. Big rats. That's awesome. You're ahead of me. I think I looked at my MC parse yesterday, I think. My MC overall. 69. Let that sink in. I gotta fucking rebuff everyone again. This sucks.
Take off your Onyxia Scale Cloak.
Oh yeah.
It's a logical fallacy. It can't even exist here.
Whoa.
It's not possible, man. Onyxia's alive.
CG doesn't have a difference between complete and bosses, which is weird. I actually haven't looked at ZG parses at all, to be honest. I have literally zero idea. Well, I don't even know if we've logged ZG at all. I think we did one night. Just can't play a Boomkin in Classic. You basically just cast Wrath or Starfire. It's not a spell rotation. It might be as well as glorified auto attack. I mean, dude, honestly though, every caster DPS is kind of like that. Like Frost mages are kind of like that. And even unless you're like a mage and you have full tier 2, where you're like getting procs and like, I would say like every caster outside of that is a pretty straightforward rotation. LE Shamans is like just lightning bolt spam. I guess Shadow Priest you could say has a little bit of nuance to their rotation.
Jay, don't forget to remind Blair's to remind.
67th in MC as of last week. Nice, dude. Big grats. That's awesome.
No, I didn't pull. I went to go support.
You don't get Burning Adrenaline in cat. So allegedly Nuclear. What I was told tonight. I trust it was like Rivsy. A couple people were saying it's the reason you get Burning Adrenaline is based off having mana. So if you're in cat form, when it goes off, you cannot get it, which makes sense because if you think about it, aside from the one that goes on the tank, it's never on melee DPS, right? It's always on healers or caster DPS. This is gonna be annoying to buff everyone with single buffs.
About it.
So if you can get a good, oh, no one's healing him.
Yeah,
What? We saved Hungry. If you think about it though, from a consistency of rating BWL, if you're able to throw on a set of gear and ensure you don't get Burning Adrenaline, you give yourself a really significant way to ensure that you keep your world buffs. So it's actually a really good trick. It's also helpful for parsing, like if we're able to do more DPS on that fight because you have infinite energy in cat form. But that's a really big deal for saving world buffs. Like once BWL is totally on farm and you want to have world buffs for the entire raid, like mages and warlocks can't do that. Mages can go and just get really unlucky in the first 10 seconds and get Burning Adrenaline and they're screwed, you know? Druid's probably the highest skill ceiling class in Classic. I agree with that. Very close to it. I agree with Druid in general, but not balanced PvE skill cap. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Balanced PvE is not difficult. Honestly though, I think balanced PvP is one of the most satisfying like things to play in Classic to me. Like I have a lot of alts, like done a lot of all of the different kinds of content, and balanced PvP is legitimately really, really fun. And it's like you're always the underdog. Oh, Big Flump with the sub. Hey, thanks, homie. Thank you. I don't know why the alerts stopped working, but thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Mechanics are not too bad. In Classic.
Mechanics.
Aziz with the sub. The big tier 1. Hey, thanks, homie. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
Buttons which, Glar?
Yes, I am ready.
Clark, what do I do when I fuck up?
Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong button.
No, bad, yeah.
If you hit the wrong button, it's too bad. Go back.
If I hit the wrong button, do I have to give someone my bag?
I thought it was yes.
Why not get buffed and try and parse one night for ZG? It's super fun. I definitely will. I'm down to do that. I'm down to do that for sure.
Click yes, but that's op.
I'm down to do that. It's so the last couple weeks, my big thing is I was trying to keep Darkmoon fair buff specifically for BWL because I wanted to parse, and I feel like in general the stuff that people are like most interested in, trying to like learn from or like see how someone else is doing it is specifically BWL, right?
Told him what it was 1 week.
The most like the most.
You know what to do.
Currently the most difficult raid tier is the stuff that people come to like look for. How do I, what should I do on Firemaw? What should I do on Veil? So that's why I'm like prioritize that. But now that Darkmoon fair buff is done, I'm down to do something like that here in the next couple weeks for sure. I mean, managing mana is a mechanic for boomkins, but you're still only casting one spell 90% of the time. Yeah, you're for sure. You're not making intelligent decisions. Yeah, it's all. I mean, in all honesty, the reason why Classic is fun is because it's simple, right? PvP is really fun in Classic, especially if you have things like engineering and depending on like what classes you're playing. But Classic raiding is not like a mechanically intensive activity, right? There's things you're watching. There's still things you have to be attentive to and be like, on your game. But yeah, 100%, the rotation's not tough. Especially, so I just started playing BFA some, and I been playing Balanced Druid on BFA. The clicks per minute, as far as like inputs of playing retail, is like 6 times what it is in Classic. It's insane. But my hope was to kind of get a little bit of a grasp on Balanced Druid in retail, and hopefully like post, do some videos, maybe like hop on stream and like do some BGs or something with some retail Balanced Druid at some point. Should mix it up a little bit while we're in these content lulls in between these big phases. My first alt as a warrior, I parse everywhere I can. I feel that. No, ZG parse would be fun. I definitely would be down to do that. Honestly, I'm exalted and I don't need any gear from ZG, so I haven't had any motivation to do ZG, especially if we're trying to like save world buffs or anything like that. So that's the main reason we haven't really tried to do that. But a parse run for ZG does sound like it'd be like a lot of fun. I use Insect Swarm, Hurricane, Starfire, multiple ranks, and Moonfire, so that's 6 spells plus mana management. Yeah.
You other priests just slacking on buffs?
It takes a while to find my rank 1 buffs, okay?
Jesus.
Everybody's getting baked.
Just pop cap before burning adrenaline. Like, you could do that. You could pop cap before burning adrenaline goes out and prevent yourself from getting it for sure. Itemization for parsing is one thing, but what do you think about progression gear? I feel like any kind of 2% crit staff, even AB rep, is better than Locomere when there's no world buffs involved. So, so Farron, I in general really prioritize spell power if you're talking about non-world buffs. I think it also scales better if you do have world buffs, but I actually really like the consistency of the spell power rather than relying on the RNG of critting. It might change. Turn this down a little bit. That might change a little bit, like if we.
He overworked his tail muscle, and now he's
with having more access to more crit items. Like for example, if I could get a set where I had 20% crit, I might be more inclined to play and itemize that way with progression stuff. But right now there's so few items you can get crit on that I feel like you don't get to a breaking point where it's worth prioritizing over spell power. There's still items with crit on them that yield more overall DPS that are still better, but as far as like the way the stat weights are, a lot of this stuff is just better because it has more spell power on it. And if there's items, like a good example of this is that almost did I just mute something? No. almost a complete wash as our neck pieces, right? So this neck is 2% crit, sims almost identically to Orb of the Dark Moon.
Did you know Druid?
So once we get Choker sims higher than both of these, but these two is a really good example of two neck pieces that are very different in itemization, but should equate to the same DPS over an entirety of a raid. Personally, for me on progression, I usually try and stack spell power, but we've been using the crit in conjunction because we can get world buffs and we can get our crit so high. I feel like bumping up another couple percent of crit, same thing here, is really significant because you can get up to like 35, 36% crit as opposed to like 32, right? It's a pretty noticeable difference and kind of pushes you up over the edge, I feel like, a little bit.
Thank you.
And there's a couple pieces, like there's that cloth belt I think has like crit on it from Cthulhu, and I think there's some gloves with crit, and like there's a couple pieces that have crit. So
right, Claymore's here. Ethan, oh, I see something too. Perfect. All right, let's finish up.
Number one in ZG in the world at the moment. Catch you. Okay. Will, what's your character's name? What server are you on? Retail feels like you're stuck in an anime. It's so much faster paced. I feel that. Isn't crit for Boomkin make or break because 2 times crit also gives faster cast? It's good. So make or break is kind of like a subjective thing depending on what you're doing, right? This is one of the videos that I'm gonna like be putting out soon because this is a kind of a long like topic to kind of go through. But when it comes to itemization, you have stat weights, and those stat weights are going to vary a lot depending on what content you're doing and what buffs you have. If you have flasks, the value of crit and hit and spell power are different than if you don't have a flask. So all of that stuff kind of changes. Crit is very, very, very good for druids. It is massive for our DPS exactly because you get double damage, whereas like, for example, Shadow Priest, dude, we're getting so many resists. Oh my gosh.
As long as you stay below 65%, we're good. Blow her up.
Because you get double damage and Nature's Grace is a massive DPS gain. It's very good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying crit is not good, but unless you cast 100 Starfires over the course of a fight, you're not realizing the value of 1% crit. On average, you're basically rolling the dice that maybe this fight I'll get lucky and I'll get 10 crits on this fight out of my 15 casts or whatever. But since you're not casting 100 times, or you don't have 100 inputs that are benefiting from that 1% crit, you don't actually necessarily gain it. You can get a fight and not crit that percent crit that you're itemizing for and gain 0 value from that piece of gear or whatever that stat or whatever those 2 pieces that you're weighing. So for that reason, in general on progression, if you're trying to bank on consistency, I prioritize spell power because every single cast that lands, you're benefiting from that spell power. You might not get a 99 parse, but you'll get 85 parses every single time, right? That consistency, in my opinion, is what's really important on progression. Like this tonight, we'll do BWL, get as much crit as possible, and try and get as many 99s as we can. Like it's a different mindset. Jesus. Hopefully that makes sense, but there's a whole like you have to kind of go through a bunch of different variables to really explain that and kind of flesh that out, but that's like the gist of it.
Get out of here, Silent.
Starfall on Thunder Fury. Cool, Will. I'll check that out, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I love you should are you in the Moon Kings Discord? There should be a link down below. But you should definitely hop in there, man. It's like we have there's a bunch of people that are really, really good balanced druids in there. A bunch of people that are really good at parsing that are super, super helpful. I've learned a lot from a lot of people in the Discord. It'd be awesome to have you in there so you can help answer questions, teach us noobs. Isn't that why you should go for hit cap for consistency? So yes, you do want to go for hit cap if you can. but it's the same idea, right? So if you have 1% hit and you do not cast 100 times in that fight, you don't necessarily realize the value of that hit because it's percentage based. So hit has a value, but that's what the idea of the spell power coefficient comes from, right? I'm gonna mute Discord. So the spell power coefficient idea comes from the, say you have a 1% increased chance to miss because you don't have a piece of gear, right? But if say you're gaining 10 spell power from that piece of gear, well, 99% of your casts are benefiting from that extra 10% or that extra 10 spell damage. So while you're gonna miss one full spell every so often, all of the other spells that hit are actually hitting a little bit harder because of that. So trying to balance that is what the whole stat weight idea comes from. So hit cap is great for consistency, but it's not necessarily better if you're sacrificing, like Angelista's Grasp, the 2% belt, is not ever going to yield more damage than this, and definitely not more than Firemaw's Clutch. These two are basically the same overall DPS, Firemaw's Clutch and Mana Igniting Cord, but for progression, for example, I'll throw on Firemaw's Clutch. Also because it's got the MP5 on it, right? But you want that consistency and that longevity in these fights, not banking on getting really lucky with like some big crits. In a perfect world, we're at hit cap, right? That's obviously ideal, but you don't want to be at hit cap and have, 100 bonus spell power or something like that. Like that's not going to make you perform better. I feel like the partial resists are affected by hit. So I feel like the partial resists, from what I understand, are affected by your target's resistances. So I think if you had, like, if you look at some of these AQ items, right? We can kind of chill, just like chill. We can go through some of this stuff itemization wise here before I hop off. With something in Nax, I think there's like staffs and stuff. So this, for example, when you have these items that say decrease the magical resistance of your target's spell resistances by decrease the magical resistances of your spell targets by 25. That's affecting the partial resist mechanic. So the reason you're partially resisting is because the target has you know what we should do? Let's see if we can queue for a BG while we have these. I don't think we'll get in one in 10 minutes, but let's try. But your target's spell resistance is what's affecting the partial hits, as I understand it. Because there's no itemization you can currently get, so you can't test it right now. So there's no way to know that for sure, but that's what I have heard. So if you had like that spell penetration stat, right? If you had 50 spell pen, it would reduce the chance that you're going to get those partial resists by a pretty significant amount. I don't know how much, right? It might not be worth it at all, but it might be one of those things where if you can get a couple pieces with it, it's really significant as far as your actual overall consistency in raid. How did raid go? Math, raid went really well. We didn't get anything. We rolled a 10 on Mish, so that was a little sad, but it went good. We kept our world buffs. We didn't die. Got some good parses in. I haven't looked at the logs yet, but we can do that. I can pull the logs up here in a second. We can take a look. How much resistance does a boss have on average? That's a good question, and I don't know that. I believe most of them are fixed, and I want to say they were in the ballpark of like 100 resistance. I want to say it was like 110 or 105 or something like that. They're around like 100, but I totally could be wrong on that because I haven't looked that up. But I remember it was like a significant amount, which is why you get those partial spell casts hits. Curse of Shadows is 75. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I don't know exactly, to be honest. I haven't looked into the resist mechanics since we can't get any of that gear. But that's what I understand, is that the partial resist is because of the boss's resistances, not your chance to hit. We ever try to get Fury Ragnaros buff from Blackrock Depths? I have to look into exactly what it takes to get that. Possibly, though. Possibly. About to start DG. Good luck, Plasma. Get it, kid. Get it. About to show us that PvP Moonkin style. Yeah, I'm down. We queued for Arathi Basin. Hopefully we don't get any pre-mades. 4-minute queue. I am actually going to hop in officer chat here real quick. So I'm going to mute my volume, but I'll keep the video rolling. So if we do get into BG, we'll still mess around. But so give me 1 sec. I'm going to pop in officer. So I'm just going to mute myself. And then we can look at my logs after if you guys want. I can look at my logs from tonight. I think tonight was probably a pretty decent night, and we can kind of check some stuff out and see. What's up, Butter Smooth? Can you give you a run through my current gear? Yes, I definitely can. I'm happy to stay on here for another hour or two and answer questions and go through all that stuff. But let me hop in officer chat, and then I'll be right back. But I'll keep the stream on. I'm just going to mute myself and mute the audio of the stream. So there'll be no audio. Don't panic. We'll be right back. Give me just a minute. All right, guys, we're back. We're back. We're trying to figure out. So, we need a Resto Druid. If any of you guys are trying to re-roll Resto Druid on Herod, we got a Resto Druid spot for our main raid. Oh, let's throw on back to live vibes. Back to live vibes. Dude, we had a couple good crits, dude. We at the beginning there, we're hitting Starfires. We're hitting for 1,400 non-crit. Pretty nuts. Got a good like few 2,000 damage crits in. This is a full pre-made. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is a Bigglesworth pre-made, and we wrecked them at BS there. It's hard to out-rotate pre-made just because they're in comms. I don't really know where to go right now because there's like 3 at each base. Should we hit LM? Let's do it. Go, 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 go. Couple coming up behind us. Of course. Oh, can we? Oh no, he feigned death juked me. Oh, dude, he's Sapper right there. That was Blast Wave. Thought it was a Sapper. I'll move this over so you guys can see it. Oh, they won. But we still got 11 killing blows. Thank you very much. What's my raid frames add-on? So the one on the top left that you see the raid frames is just the default Blizzard UI. Default Blizzard UI. So if you go to, oh, we're not in a group right now, so it won't show. I can show the settings for it though when we hop in the next BG here. Let's do we'll do one more BG here. And then I am probably going to hop off for tonight. Does this show up for you guys? Nice. I'm gonna put it over here to the side just so we don't miss our cue. Okay, logs for tonight. So Razor, this I actually had the wrong gear on here for Razor. I don't know if it'll show my gear. No, it's not. We had a 95 parse still though. 537 DPS. Veil. 451 DPS. That's higher than I thought. Was it that high? 92 parse though. That's not bad. Broodlord, we got cucked. This was the one where Sabbath died right at the start there. 65. Got a lot of scuffed parses here though. No one really did that well. I was thankful we didn't wipe on that one. Firemaw, we got the big 98. You love to see it. Top caster DPS. 10 out on Firemaw. Thank you very much. Everyone talk shit about mages, warlocks. Mad Fulok ripped aggro in the first 5 seconds. Let's see, Ebon Rock. What do we got? 94, 403 DPS. I think I swapped cloaks here. Shoot, I keep doing that. Did I swap cloaks? I did. So I could have kept Cloak of Consumption on for this probably. Would have possibly helped. Does it show buffs now? Nice, it does. Does it show Flask? It doesn't show Flask? That's weird. So it shows all the world buffs now, but it doesn't show Flasks. Is that a different tab? Is there like a consumable tab? It's not showing Greater Arcane Elixir either. That's kind of weird. Self-applied? No, didn't do anything either. Well, so that's kind of annoying because it'll be really hard to compare and see if you're competing on the parses with other people that are flasking. I don't like that. I wish it would just show what buffs, what consumes and stuff you had. Okay, let's see. Flame Gore. Nice, good 96. 437 DPS. Oh, we got a Q pop. Okay, let's see the last couple here. Flame Gore, Chromagus. Nice, dude. A big 99. I've gotten the most 99s on Chromagus. I don't know if we've just gotten really lucky with our Vulns, but I've gotten to really love that fight a lot. 509 DPS. I think our record was like 600 something, but another good parse for the logs. And Neff. How did we do on Neff? A big 98 on Neff? Wait, we gotta see like the boss damage thing. We did good though either way. I'm happy with that. 99 eye level parse right there though. That means if Cror would have given me his Mish, then this would probably be a 98. That's good. Overall good night. What did we get overall? Kills? Got a 92 because we got so scuffed on that Brood Lord. But not terrible. Definitely got some improvement. I'm glad we got another run in though with full buffs and everything. Luckily that mage in that last run gave us a couple stacks of water. Hey, where did that super chat pop up? I don't know what my notification is for that. I'm gonna redo it really quick. Hold on. It's over on the side. Okay. Is that like super tiny? Can you guys read that? My OBS stuff is kind of small, so it's hard for me to see that. Yo, coach, I got Staff of Shadow Flame on my Moonkin. Dude, big grats. That's awesome, man. We had one of those drop tonight. When we got it, we need to message Nikus. I forgot to message him. Is he offline? I feel... Oh, no, he's not. Is this another pre-made? The way those warriors charged in makes me feel like it's a pre-made. And this warrior has a soul stone. He's got a soul stone. Where is he? He's gonna wait till someone caps and then he's got a soul stone? Oh, he didn't soul stone? Loot their bodies. Staff of Shadow Flame's great. I low-key, Lockmere is amazing. But I've had, for the entire time of playing my Druid, outside of the staff from Dire Maul Tribute, the Ogre Magi staff, I've had only one-handers and off-handers. And I do really like the way like staffs look on Moonkins. So ideally, I would really love to be able to get a staff in like the later tiers. if we can pull it off. Is this not a pre-made? It is a pre-made. It's all Paggle. They just literally ghosted. What the hell are they doing? They literally just ghosted Lumber Mill. Okay. Okay. Locometer's honestly better. I agree. It's not that it's not better. And it's like very obvious because of the color. So it's like aesthetically is kind of a cool weapon too. But just having like the big staff, like as a Tauren Moonkin, like that staff is pretty massive, like across your back. I like the aesthetics of staffs. Okay, let's see. He's gonna try an MC. I don't think so. He's gonna try and fear me. Oh. He got dispelled immediately. This is gonna be hard. Oh my god, there's another one. I don't have anything for this guy. Can we? Oh my god, dude! I've gotten charged 7 times. You seduce me? You curse of tongues me? No, get it off, go! Go! I need some more rage. I'm gonna die here, I think, though. Oh, he seduced me again? Fly in my face. I literally got charged like 7 times right there, I think. That was insane. Tome of Arcane Domination with Locomere, yeah. I feel you for sure. It's definitely not better as far as overall throughput, but I just like the way the staffs look. So have any of you guys been playing retail at all? I'm not a fan really at all of retail currently, but I am excited for Shadowlands, and so I've been playing a little bit of retail, kind of like trying to get back into the pace of retail WoW. I'm really looking forward to Shadowlands. I think it's actually going to be really fun from a Balanced Druid perspective. The version of Balanced Druid that they're going back to for Shadowlands, I think, is a good one, and I think I'm going to enjoy it a lot. Let's see. I'm just going to try and delay them here. I'm going to go ahead and pop Moonkin form here if this warrior charges me. He counterspelled that. Can I war stomp? Oh, dude, he got a 900 crit on that. I should have war stomped right when he blinked into me. I'm thinking about playing Moonkin. I want it in PvE, but I want that instant heal in PvP. I feel that. The ultimate dilemma. So I think Moonkin form itself will be way more fun with tier 2.5. You'll see right now, like, I don't really value Moonkin form that much in PvP because I don't have that much armor in general. So I even in Moonkin form, I still don't have that much armor. So I'm still pretty squishy, you know what I mean? A little bit of retail, but man. Yeah. I feel you. I've actually enjoyed Balanced Druid a little bit though. Oh my god, dude. LM. Okay, we're gonna die like right away here, so we're just gonna try and Moonfire as many people as we can. Oh, I only got 2 GCDs off. Oh, we missed that? Are you kidding me, dude? That sucks. We have reinforcements, so we should be good. I can't believe we're literally 3 capped. We're not a pre-made. We're literally 3, dude. I would feel so bad if I was a pre-made and we're getting 3 capped by a pug. I didn't look into Shadowlands Boomy. So here's why I'm excited for Shadowlands Boomy. Shadowlands Boomy, they're basically reverting back to the, I think it was from Wrath. when balance would basically, you had a bar and it wouldn't fill up, but it would cycle back and forth. So you'd ping pong. Yeah, the pendulum, exactly. So they're going back to that, which I actually really like. I like that. Some people have like kind of talked bad on that. I actually really like that playstyle because it makes you have to be aware of where you are on that bar at all times if you're really trying to be good. Because there's times where you're going to have combinations like, okay, I'm at X amount of astral power. Like I have this many of these casts I can do to get to here. Like you can have really methodical combinations that you can do to hit certain breaking points and have these kind of like woven in burst windows, if that makes sense. And that to me I really like. Whereas like the current system where it's just like generator spender is pretty, like once you get the hang of it, it's kind of brainless. You're not really ever, outside of like making sure you're not at 100 of your, I don't even know what it's called, astro focus, whatever it is. Outside of making sure you don't cap at that, that's like the only thing you really have to notice. So I think the skill cap, are we about to 5 cap on a pre-made? Are you kidding me? Jesus, dude. Should we defend or should we be a bad boomy? That guy can defend. But people have said talked a little bit bad about it because these guys are just gonna let us 5 cap. That's so funny, dude. What guild is this? Are they all just a random guild? No one's capping the flag. No one's capping the flag. Just farm them. Just kill. That's so funny. Get wrecked. Oh my gosh, dude. Big damage. Big damage. Let's see how hard our wraths hit with toe up here. Got 2 wraths. Damn, dude. 771 wrath is so nuts. So my PvP gear only has 3% hit. So I have a couple pieces that give me a lot more spell power. So we're actually pretty high on the overall spell damage. Go ahead and drink up a little bit. But I think that pendulum mechanic, I like that a lot. So I'm looking forward to that in Shadowlands. I think there's still a good amount of kind of like nuance that they'll add in to the spec so that it's not, I don't think they'll make it so balanced. You're just like, okay, cast Starfire 8 times, now cast Wrath 12 times, now cast Starfire 8 times. Now I think it'll be a little more like, a little more in depth than that, just knowing Blizzard and what they've done so far on the changes to a lot of the other classes in Shadowlands. So I could see Balanced Druid getting some love here pretty soon. I'm looking forward to that. We'll see. Still some unknowns though. I'm a little, always a little bit leery the last like couple expansions with, I don't want to get too close up here and get charged is what I'm trying to avoid. I'm a little leery with Blizzard and how they've released some of this stuff, and some of the changes they made have definitely been questionable. Roots, can we get a big toe up Starfire here? He's gonna get away. Oh, got away. Toe up Starfire here, he's gonna die. Oh, I'm just gonna moonfire the tits out of these guys. Get out of here. Get out of here. Can we, oh, dude, we almost got the War Stomp off. But I think Shadowlands will be a lot of fun. I'm really hoping. Honestly, the thing I'm most excited for is TBC. When Burning Crusade comes out, I'm gonna arena really hard. We're just gonna do non-stop arena. Should we do one more? One more arena before we go to bed? The queues are quick, dude. I can't believe we just beat a pre-made too. I am curious. I think what I'll do too when we get tier 2.5 going and we have the full leather set, I think I'm pretty close to Exalted with Arathi Basin. Not super close, but we're revered. Excuse me. So I'll have another, we'll have the Ironbark staff potentially. is another 95 armor. So I'm real curious to try, like, we'll lose some spell power obviously because Locomir is just so good, but it'd be cool to try like a full armor set where we use that weapon. Like you take the hit on the actual spell power for the 95 damage or for the 95 armor, especially when we scale into, we do our feral setup where we have some points in thick hide as well. Oh, but back to your point, Marcel, what you were saying, I think once you get tier 2.5, I feel like Moonkin form will feel way more significant. Right now, if you're like full BIS balanced Druid, almost none of your gear is leather, right? And so the fact that it's armor scaling makes it not feel that amazing. But like I remember back early on when I had like tier 1 and I was able to get to like 8,000 armor, it felt very, very, very strong. Moonkin form felt very, very strong in PvP. So I think once we get tier 2.5, you can throw on some like armor rings if you have like an armor trinket or two, and then throw on like an armor weapon, and you have, you know, 9,000 or 10,000 armor. It's gonna feel really good. The other thing I don't really like that much about Nature Swiftness is if a rogue is good, they'll just literally kill you in human form. Like you won't be able to Nature Swiftness at all. And same with like if a warrior times an intercept stun on you and you're stuck in that 3-second stun, like those 2 globals are enough for a warrior to kill you if he gets like a sword proc and a crit or whatever. If you're stuck in human form. So if your plan is to like DPS in BGs and not be a healer, I feel like Moonkin form is just so valuable because it's like you're able to still DPS freely, and you constantly have like this safeguard of the fact that you have so much armor. Wow, these queues are super fast. They're like 3-minute queues. One more. If this is a pre-made, I'm gonna hop off. If we like are getting wrecked, like if we get 4 caps or some shit, I don't want to just struggle through a game. We're tired. We're tired. Oh, Brian, I don't know if you're still here, but so if you hit the little like tab on the left for the raid frames, that's like the little yellow arrow, and then you hit the I to adjust the raid frames. This is how I have it set up so that my raid frames look like they do. The main thing aesthetically that are the most important things, like default, this does not show class colors. So you want to make sure you display class colors. And I also uncheck the display borders. If you have the borders, it makes it look really clunky. So it looks way cleaner if you have the borders hidden. And power bars is the mana or energy bars. This is actually really helpful because it's really helpful to know in Classic in general what people's mana is at, especially healers, right? So I personally really like having this because it lets me know like if I need to innervate someone or whatever. So I always have power bars and class colors enabled, and then I display borders. If you're really trying to try hard, you can display pets and like heal pets and stuff like that, but I don't want to do that. And then you can change this too. I don't check this because sometimes I want to know if, you know, someone's polyed, for example. Like I can't dispel that, so it won't show me that if I have this checked. So you want to know like if someone's polyed or if they're frost nova'd or something like that. So I keep this unchecked. But the Blizzard, honestly, the raid frames for just the standard Blizzard raid frames are actually really good. Of all of the things they've added over the years from like a UI perspective, that's by far like the best improvement that they made was the raid frames. Because I've always played a healer, so the raid frames were a big deal to me as far as like how I was able to actually like how I would heal. And you'd always have to use like Healbot, which would basically give you something similar to this. So I'm really glad that they made this change because it's like I can use the same setup on retail, I can use the same setup on Classic. I don't have to have any add-ons. I've gotten two messages the last 2 games, dude. Both people talking about Coachella. I've been to Coachella 5 times this year. Was supposed to be my 6th. The first guy messaged me. He's like, "Oh, I really wanted to see." I don't know who he said. It was a specific band, like Rage or something. Oh, can we get this warrior? Oh, big 2,500 crit. We still didn't kill him, dude. What about this guy? So even if you aren't getting the kills with your big like Starfire crits and someone's healing through them, you're basically hogging the healer's focus on who they're healing. So it's all pressure, right? In PvP, it's all about like offensive pressure, defensive, like trying to deal with the offensive pressure. So if you're able to provide a bunch of output where the healers are having to play on the defensive and like spam heal someone, it's someone else that they're not spam healing. So if you can throw out like random bursts that they're having to kind of like counter, can be pretty effective. I'm about to run out of mana though, Jesus. I think we're gonna be cucked here. Yeah. Hunter wrecked us. Oh wow, that's actually really good. For the little Shadow Priest boy. Oh, is this a pre-made? Yeah, ATH. I didn't even know that was a server. Oh, God. No, leave me alone, guy. Wrecked. Wrecked, dude. War Stomp wrecked. Dude, 1,200 wrath. I don't have Nature's Grasp. It looks like I have it here, but I don't. Don't be fooled by my cooldown bar. I'm glad we got another good Chromagus parse. It would have been... Oh, dude, we're getting wrecked here. Why is my spell cast so slow? I think we got the kill right there. Oh, one more big burst. Oh! Oh my god, dude. These pallies are OP. ATS or manual crowd pummeler for Feral? I think manual crowd pummeler, I think still probably sims higher. I would guess. Because there's also those other like attack power weapons that that I still think don't sim higher than manual crowd pummeler, like End of Dreams and those other ones. They're very, very good, but I don't think they sim higher. Manual crowd pummeler is just insane for fail. It's just nuts. Guys, we are... How many runes do I have? 5 runes. We gotta get some more runes. We got some farming to do over this next week. I am gonna hop out for the night. one last little plug. I am going to throw up the Live Vibes playlist on Spotify. If you guys are interested in that, go ahead and hit it with a follow. It's just copyright free music for you guys if you guys are doing any kind of content stuff. That we're working on uploading a few more albums to that over the next few days. I should have all the albums up by this weekend. Have another Twitch emote coming out tomorrow, probably. But like always, thanks so much for hanging out, guys. I really do appreciate it. Had a good night. Hopefully you guys had some fun hanging out with me on stream tonight. But yeah, thanks for kicking it. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.